Hey yo, PC Monk here with another Bitcoin video. Alright, so what is going on right now in the market and what's happening and what's not happening? This is BTC. We came back down yesterday completely towards, hold on, uh, towards the area that we discussed about it, 107,400. Basically, that was my aim, which was right here, played out. Now what I think is gonna happen is we either, because this white area is the Asian session, okay? Yesterday Asian session, which we held the low, right, on Monday, okay? We held the low. Now, are we gonna continue down? Are we gonna break this and continue down, or we're gonna do a V-shaped recovery? That's what I think. It's gonna be a V-shaped recovery, and then we might start to hit this level. And obviously, if we go above 108, 887, then we're talking about again the daily open 110, 469. Towards the upside. Towards downside, we're gonna have to break this range, which is gonna be 106, and then we're talking about the 105, 756 towards downside. Now, uh, if this wants to continue, obviously, as soon as we break here, it only makes sense for a confirmation to continue down. Obviously, you guys could see my orders as well, and at the right side, you see the smart DOM. Now back to the chart itself. We talked about the BTC, the possible scenarios. What was that? And we got a couple more scenarios, obviously, but these are the one that could happen, right? These are the one that could happen. Let's see. So if we want to talk about USDT dominancy now, so USDT dominancy is holding this 503%, which was the area that we dumped it. All right, so this will only tell us if we hold above here, we're definitely going to continue up. Now, where is it going to stop? That's a good question. We either talk about this. This is a volume imbalance. This is a red vector. No, it's not. Okay. So we either talk about right around here, right around 516, and then it comes back down. Okay. Or it's going to break this, and then again, you're going to talk about this wick, the top of the wick, which we haven't yet talked about. We haven't yet reached it. So this is still in play if we come above 516. But 503 is the beginning of it, which we are above it, but we need to come above this in order to attack the top side. If that happens, obviously the major is going to definitely take a deep down dive. Now I'm going to open the large orders, so we could talk about the large orders. All right, there you go. All right. So this is the liquidation. Let's talk about 3 days on 7 days on BTC. Beautiful. So you can see we don't really have much, right? Most was upside. Around 113, we get 5.45 billion. Around 106, we only get 1.34 billion, right? Not that much towards downside, but there the liquidation is there, like it's close, right? Close to be hit, right around here. You could see on this map. This is 3 day. We do have a big amount of liquidation there, but we have this chunk as well towards downside that hasn't yet been hit, and it's a lot of these liquidation are from when we were coming down, right? People were long before and they really didn't take their profit. But you could see towards downside we were building it, towards upside we were building it as we're coming down. So as we were coming down, it started to get brighter and brighter. More people are shorting right now, but they're not taking the profit. They're not taking the profit. So that would push us for a good push towards downside. Now, this is what I'm talking about. The area that I'm talking about, you could see it 106, 580, right around here. So right around below this W pattern, just a quick grab. And then we come back up. We could just refresh to make sure that has not yet been taken. Maybe I'm making a mistake here because it's a little bit old, but it's still there. Alright, so that is a cluster that we're interested before a possible V-shaped recovery towards upside if it wants to do it, obviously. Now, talking about the large orders, there are obviously large order source downside, there's large order source upside, but the large order source upside are actually getting significantly more. Okay, so if you talk about 119 all the way to 98, give me a second. Let's talk about 98. 98. All right, let's take a look at it. So we can see here sell orders are 1 billion, buy orders around 385. Not that much, right? Around 385. But I could just include it all the way to what, 88? Let's see how much is that going to be. 400 there, 1 billion and 97 there on the perpetual. Obviously on the perpetual we got a lot. On the spot, still half. Now, can I just push it back to 98 and then see how much so you can see here 1.78 billion, but 2.13 billion on uh, perpetual sales we got. Now, if I decrease it by 114, still 2 billion. So only by $114,000 we have 2 billion to be sold. All right. So that tells us that it's not it's not that deviated. The price of the orders are not that deviated. Okay. Now, once again, I'm going to move this all the way back to 120. Let's see how much else is going to get asked. That was so there's only 0.44, right? That's getting added to the perpetuals. 2 billion uh, waiting to be actually triggered all the way up to 114 for sales. So we, in my opinion, yesterday we went up a little bit, okay, and then Tuesday right now we pushed it down on the Asia market, okay. So Asian pushed it down, Hong Kong pushed it down. Now maybe London wants to push it down as well, and then New York will push it back up, okay. If that's not the case, and New York wants to dump it as well, then we might be seeing some low numbers today. Uh, and then probably a little bit of a cool off after we're gonna have something like that. But I don't think that because this is a huge area to play with, and we obviously have the 98 and below area as well. So with that being said, today I've talked about both scenarios towards upside, towards downside, but in my humble opinion, even if we're going to go towards upside, we're going to see that 106, 600 first. All right. But if we lose this area and then we come around here, we could continue to go down. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay green, still positive. Join the stream. We could have a chit chat. Until next time, peace out.